For a close-up look at all your Concho Valley High School football, this is Inside the Game, sponsored by Mitchell Automotive Group.
Well, we made it. It's finally playoff season here on Inside the Game. Everybody, welcome in. That's Rachel Turnock. I'm Jaden Hart. It really is amazing that we're at this point considering everything that's been going on around football this season.
Yeah, so many unknowns coming in and challenges that teams had to face throughout the year and even this week especially.
Yeah, we saw that with a few area teams just, with Junction, Ballinger, and Cristobal. We'll get to that. But 14 Concho Valley teams in 4A through 1A competing in the bi-district round this week. 6 games last night, 3 tonight. We'll have 3 more tomorrow, and we'll go through every matchup, including what's in store for our teams that are moving on to the area round. And we start in 4A with the Lakeview Chiefs taking on the Clint Lions tonight.
Yeah, this is a rematch from last year's bi-district round, which went in favor of Clint 34-21. So can the Chiefs get some revenge and claim their second gold ball in 3 years? Let's find out. Out in Wink, both offenses had slow starts, but Clint would strike first. Jesus Rocha floats it up. EJ Miramontes comes down with it. 8-0, Lions go up front. Clint would strike again before the half. Gael Lopez takes the pitch, gets to the sideline, finds his way in for the touchdown. Lions led 15-0 going into the locker room at the half. The Chiefs would attempt a comeback, though. Third quarter, Austin Bandy, you guys know that name, on the sweep. Take it down just shy of the goal line. Next play, he punches it in behind the big boys, 22-14 Lions. But Lakeview, they're holding on to some hope. One last chance to tie it here. Albert Rodriguez, though, was picked off, and that would do it. Their season comes to an end tonight. 30-14 would be the final score in that one. And here's what head coach Hector Guevara had to say after the game.
We knew we could be in this ball game, and we just didn't execute early in the game, and it kind of hurt us a little bit. But our kids fought. They never gave up. And we're blessed that our kids were given the opportunity to play football. And we thank everybody that involved that gave us that opportunity. And it shows the character of our kids. From day one, they just kept fighting, kept working. They just believed in each other.
This update sponsored by Bug Express.
Well, every now here on Inside the Game, we like to throw in a random fact or two, and this one is pretty impressive. Going into last night, the Wallhawks had 10 straight bi-district round games where they won, and standing in their way, of their 11th was the Boyd Yellow Jackets and their standout quarterback, Brendan Lamont.
The Yellow Jackets, they're definitely a force to be reckoned with, and he's helped lead them to an 8-2 record this year, only losing to No.1 Brock and Pilot Point, which were both in district play. Yeah,
and that's a loaded District 4-3A. It's the second year these two teams have met in the bi-district round. Wall dominated last year 32-7. This time it was a whole lot different. And man, was this a good game, and you'll see why. Let's pick it up in the second quarter. Gabe Haskins calls his own number, punching it in for the Wallhawk touchdown. They led 14-7 at the half. A lot of running in this game, and it went by quick. But here come the Yellow Jackets. Late in the third quarter, that guy I talked about, Lamont, fakes the handoff and punches it in, and we're all tied at 14. And guess what? We're going to extra innings. Some overtime football. Win or go home now. The only place the Hawks are going is to the area round because Haskin unloads it there to Chase Rios. Ball game winning in a walk-off fashion at 20-14. Here's the winning head coach, Houston Guy, on the big win.
We just told him not to overthrow him and just get it up there. The ball hung. I don't know how long it hung in the air. It felt like about 5 or 6 seconds. Probably wasn't that long, but it finally came down. Chase did a great job of running underneath it, and it was a perfect throw. It was a perfect catch. Our kids did a great job finishing it tonight in adverse conditions at the end, and so I was super proud of them.
This update sponsored by Bug Express.
So the Hawks reward for beating Boyd, a matchup against a very good Bushland squad. Get this, they beat Slayton 70-14 last night. That game is at 7 p.m. next Friday at Tiger Stadium and Snyder. And if you're looking at the Hawks' path, where they're kind of going, because like we said, you've got Bushland next week, standing in your way. After that is Shallow Water, who's ranked and a really good team, and also Pilot Point, who's from that loaded District 4-3A.
Doesn't get any easier for the Hawks in that tough region. I mean, they've had success in that region in the past. You know, they faced Shallow Water last year in Snyder, and they beat them, and then, you know, they fell to Pilot Point last year in the playoffs. So it's just, they're in such a tough region. But, you know, if you want to go back to how Coach Guy schedules his pre-district opponents, you know, it's to help prepare for the playoffs, and they were so pumped last night after that win.
That's a win that will carry you on a deep playoff run, and in order to do that this year, they're going to have to carry that momentum against some really good teams, no doubt. And one other point, Wall has the longest, or one of the longest 10-winning streak, or 10-win consecutive streaks in Texas high school football history. And in order for that to continue, they're going to have to at least get to the regional round. And that means they're more than likely going to meet a familiar opponent, #1, Brock.
Yep.
So that will be interesting. But coming up, we'll see how the rest of our 3A teams did and check in on 2A. All of that right after this.
When it's hot outside, a Superior Services truck in the neighborhood means it's cool inside. Homeowners know the importance of having a Superior Services maintenance plan because proper maintenance saves you money on utility bills. At Superior Services, we consider homeowners and businesses essential all over the Concho Valley. They even have 24-hour emergency service. So enjoy the summer. And to see a Superior Services truck in your neighborhood, call 658-COOL.
Help, help, I'm stuck.
Help! Grandma's stuck in the bathroom.
Oh no, we need to call Concho Valley Foundation Repair.
When a foundation fails, it places your family at risk. Stuck doors, cracked sheetrock, and broken windows can all be signs of foundation failure. Concho Valley Foundation Repair's experience and knowledge can effectively support and stabilize your home. With Concho Valley Foundation Repair, you'll know you're getting a great value at a competitive price.
Thank you, Concho Valley Foundation Repair, for saving the day.
Concho Valley Foundation Repair.
Hi, I'm Mike with MGB, Mike's Gold Buyers. Gold and silver prices are terrific, which means more money for your gold, silver, and diamonds. Come to MGB and you'll say,
I sold gold and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
Your news every hour in prime time is on News Nation on WGN America. With no pundits, no spin, only facts. News Nation brought you trusted election coverage.
New information from election officials.
That could be critical here.
With continuous live reports from key states and up-to-the-minute vote counts. News Nation covers your nation every night starting at 8, 7 Central on WGN America. Go to WGNAmerica.com to find WGN America on your cable or satellite provider.
Food King and Concho Valley Homepage would like to make your Thanksgiving a lot easier this year with a Turkey Day giveaway. Go to ConchoValleyHomepage/contests, click the link, and enter the contest before November 18th for your chance to win $250 for your Thanksgiving. The Turkey Day giveaway is sponsored by Food King.
And we're back. We left off with 3A, and that's where we will pick things up. Moving over to Division 2. Last night, Sonora and Alpine meeting for the second time this season. Obviously, the stakes a lot higher this time around.
Yeah, chance to move on to the area round for the first time since 2017 for Sonora when the Bucks and Broncos tangled the first time this season. Definitely a low-scoring affair. It was a 7-0 final in favor of Alpine.
Yeah, but you kind of felt like after week 4 that both of these teams had plenty of time to clean things up. Well, last night it showed. A back-and-forth game out in McCamey. Let's go to the second quarter. Broncos on the move, 9-8 Alpine. Hunter O'Bannon. Man, this guy's going to be something in the future. Slippery, making defenders miss. And then later on the drive, O'Bannon again takes it around the outside and busts one for a touchdown. Two-point conversion was no good, though. So Sonora's only up 14-9. Here, let's check out Alpine. They're on the next possession, and they're going to strike quick. This is Trey Irvin on the quarterback keeper, and he's all the way in for all 6 of those points, giving the Alpine Bucks a 16-14 lead. And we're still in the second quarter. 3rd and long. Alpine again. Irvin showing off his passing skills to Isaiah Nunez all the way in for the touchdown. And sadly, Alpine's going to win this game at 30-22, meaning Sonora's season comes to an end.
Well, we're going to stay in 3A Division II. Brady and Crane facing off at San Angelo Stadium. That game was last night. First quarter, Crane would strike first. A long drive capped off by Lucas Rizzo punching it in. The missed two-point conversion makes it 6-0 Crane. Brady would strike back. Hayden Baronet finds Gail Rodriguez, who leaps for the catch after the extra point. Bulldogs, they pull ahead 7-6, but it stayed that way for a while. Crane woke up. Eduardo Gutierrez takes the handoff in for the score. Crane back on top 14-7 after they go for two and get it. And Crane takes this in for another score. They would lead 28-7 at the half, and they would just go on to win this one big over Brady, 49-15. So Brady's season does come to an end last night against Crane.
So let's put a bow tie on this classification. Ballinger had the week off because they were awarded a forfeit due to COVID-related issues surrounding Odessa Compass. So the Bearcats are the lone 3A Division II team still standing in the area round, and they will have a tough one next week against the 5th-ranked team in the state, the Spearman Lynx. Their only loss of the season was a forfeit against a really good Canadian team who's also happens to be in that region, a team Ballinger is going to have to get through. We don't have the details on next week matchup, but I can say for certain that this one will be a good one.
Top 10 matchup right there. Looking forward to it.
Exciting time of the year. All right, let's move down to 2A, starting with Division I and the Ozona Lions in action last night against Flatonia.
Yeah, the Lions already gave new head coach Jared Taylor a warm welcome home in the first game this season with a win over Sonora and a bi-district championship victory. Well, that would be just even sweeter. So could they get it done last night? We'll go out to Camalander Stadium in San Antonio. That's the location. First quarter, Ozona backed up in their own end zone, punting. That would be blocked. The Bulldogs, they'd block that one. First points of the game. They'd go for two, and they would get it. They go up 8-0. That would be the halftime score. So we'll go to the second half. Same score. Flatonia knocking on the door. Kayshawn Green with the QB sneak, and they take a 15-0 lead. Ozona trying to play some comeback here. Cameraman not on the play. That's okay, though. We all do that at the start. But check this out. The dump to Joe Perez. He'll do the rest. This guy's got some speed, man. That made it 15-6. But that would do it, though. Very low-scoring game. The Lions would fall in this one 15-6, so their season does come to an end. The Mason Punchers took a bit to get their offense going against Weimar last night, but once they did, they just didn't stop, handling the Wildcats 40-7 in the bi-district round. So up next for Mason, they will face the Kennedy Lions. They advanced to the area round because of a forfeit by Ben Bolt. That will be Friday at Comal ISD out in San Antonio.
So, okay, let's move over to 2A Division II. Earlier this week, we found out Christoval was moving on to the area round because Burton had to forfeit the game due to COVID issues. So that game swiped. Christoval's moving on. Then the 7th-ranked Cougars patiently waited around to see who would they be playing, and either Bruni or Runge would come out of it, and the Badgers won tonight 39-14. We're still awaiting the details for their matchup. And as I said at the start of the show, 3 games tomorrow, and 2 of them come from this classification. El Dorado taking on Iola, trying to get their second bi-district win in a row. That one at Llano Stadium in Llano tomorrow. And the Miles Bulldogs, they're filling in for the Junction Eagles, and sadly, they had to back out of this game due to COVID issues, so they're taking on Snook in their place. And under the lights of Austin, Texas at Chaparral Stadium, kickoff for that one is at 7 p.m. We've still got a lot of playoff action to get to. Coming up, we'll dive into 6-man Sterling City, Water Valley, and Erie County highlights from their games this week. That right after this break.
If you or a loved one has mesothelioma or been diagnosed with another asbestos-related cancer, call now. An estimated $30 billion in court-ordered trusts have been set aside to pay out claims to asbestos victims. You may be able to receive compensation without ever going to court or filing a lawsuit. Thousands of hardworking men and women have been diagnosed with mesothelioma because manufacturers put profits ahead of safety. Manufacturers knew the risks of asbestos exposure for years, but knowingly manufactured and sold deadly asbestos-containing materials, putting millions of American workers at risk. These manufacturers have tried to avoid compensating their victims, but the courts have ordered them to set aside an estimated $30 billion in trust money for the victims of asbestos. Call now to see if you're entitled to a portion of the $30 billion. You could receive compensation without filing a lawsuit or going to court.
For your free legal consultation, call 800-785-1242 now. That's 800-785-1242. I am a paid non-attorney spokesperson.
Attention everyone on Medicare. Did you know that right now is the annual enrollment period for all Medicare recipients? Everyone on Medicare is encouraged to call 800-675-3066 now for your free, no-obligation Medicare benefits review. Now is the time during the Medicare annual enrollment period to see if you are eligible to save money and get additional benefits at little to no additional cost. You don't get these savings or additional benefits automatically, so make sure you call now during the Medicare annual enrollment period to make sure you are getting all the benefits you deserve. If you're not sure you're on the best plan for you, just call the number on your screen now for your free, no-obligation Medicare benefits review. Call before the December 7th deadline. You may be able to save money and receive additional benefits, so it's important to call for your free, no-obligation Medicare benefits review. Call 800-675-3066. 800-675-3066.
One of the most exciting teams to watch this season has been the #1 team in the state, Sterling City. Six-man football is predicated on speed, and the Eagles, well, they have plenty of it. Last night they were taking on one-loss Hermleigh for their first playoff win, trying to get that first playoff win since 2015. Again, the #1 team out in 1A Division I, out at Griffin Stadium in Robert Lee. First quarter, Eagles down 6. They wouldn't trail very long. That's Cross Knittel, untouched for the easy touchdown. Game tied at 6. And then later on in the quarter, Sterling City up 15-6, and Knittel with the toss and the touchdown again. Sterling City starting to make some leeway in this one. And check out this run from Francisco Gonzalez. Second quarter, and look at that. He's cut back, making guys miss, and he's going to punch it in for the touchdown. Sterling City up 39-6. And I said, check out this run. We'll check out this run also by Cross Knittel. This guy's pure speed, and six-man, like I said, is predicated on that. Knittel with the huge touchdown run from inside their own 1-yard line, and Sterling City is going to force the mercy rule last night. They get the win, 61-12. They're moving on to the next round. And I caught up with Sterling City head coach Trey Cisco this afternoon. And here's what he had to say about the team's effort and their win.
I think the effort was definitely there. I don't really ever question our effort when we're out there. I don't think we were as sharp as we wanted to be last night, but really, first playoff game we've been favored to win in several years. I think that had a little bit to do with it. I mean, we were amped up a little bit, and you probably weren't as disciplined as we should have been. So that was good to, hopefully get that out of our system. That way we can come out and be a little more sharp, or a lot more sharp next week. And we'll have to be.
This update sponsored by Bug Express.
This is a big one, folks. There it is. The #1 team in the state after 11 weeks against the #1 team in the state entering the season. If it weren't for injuries, they could still possibly be in that position, but they're back at full strength, and this game could very well determine the state championship. Sterling City versus Rankin, 6:30 next Friday in Big Lake.
Be there. The 10th-ranked Water Valley Wildcats haven't won a playoff game since 2014 when they took down Marfa 86-36 in the bi-district round, but getting knocked out in area. This year, the Wildcats have all the momentum and firepower to break through, capturing the District 14 1A Division I title last week, awaiting a matchup with Baird to kick off their playoff run. The two met up in Blackwell tonight, late first quarter. Water Valley up 8-0 already. And check out this run. You know this name. Cannon Weiss puts on the brakes, cuts it back up the field, and finds some room. Just one guy to beat. Touchdown. Wildcats, they go up by 16. Now we'll skip to the second quarter. Water Valley in striking distance again. Connor Glass sells the fake, then floats one to Gabriel Smith. Wildcats in major control. They're up 30-0. How about one more this time for Weiss? He's been doing this all season long, just cuts corners, and he goes in for 6 again. And the Wildcats get the mercy run win, 54-8. So how about a top 10 showdown in the area round? Water Valley will face 8th-ranked Leakey, who defeated Lomita tonight, 79-30. Details on that matchup, we're still awaiting that one.
That's going to be a good one also. Okay, let's stick with 1A Region 4. Erie and Caddy battling the 4th-ranked team in the state. May, first Tiger possession. Blake Harrell pitches it back to Caden Hawk, and he's one cut in for the touchdown. May with a 7-0 lead. It sounded pretty robotic there, but this game was kind of robotic for the May Tigers. Just piling it on. That's Rory Bustamante in for the touchdown, and they would keep going on to win this game. Eventually, Erie County couldn't get in rhythm all night. That's Trevin Kofel who bobbles it in, or not Trevin Kofel, Parker, who fumbles the ball. Erie County loses in big-time fashion, 46-0. And the other playoff game I mentioned, we said we had 3. Blackwell against Sierra Blanca Saturday at Bearcat Stadium in Garden City. We didn't know if that one was going to happen for a long time just because Sierra Blanca was battling with some COVID-19 things. Eventually, you know, got it kind of turned around and they're getting to play. So
yeah, it's good to see. It's always so tough whenever these teams did have to forfeit, and you know, with Cristobal and Ballinger already moving on to the area round, it's kind of like a second open week for them. So hopefully they're not too rusty. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, well, hopefully we don't have to see any more of that, but yeah, probably going to. So that does it for our 4A through 1A teams in the playoffs, but we're not done here on Inside the Game. Just because the Central Bobcats were off doesn't mean we weren't keeping an eye on the Little Southwest Conference tonight. Highlights and scores coming up from them. But first, let's go to the Bowls fan cam.
Catering for Inside the Game is provided by Chick-fil-A.
Hi, I'm Mike with MGB, Mike's Gold Buyers. Gold and silver prices are terrific, which means more money for your gold, silver, and diamonds. Come to MGB and you'll say,
I sold gold and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean 2. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. SoClean 2 is fast and easy. It keeps my sleep equipment fresh every day without the need for disassembly. To keep the immune system strong, we should do everything we can to ensure a good night's sleep, including using the SoClean 2 daily to keep sleep equipment fresh. Try SoClean 2 risk-free for 30 nights. Order now and get $100 off. SoClean 2 is so fast and gives you peace of mind that your sleep equipment is fresh each time you use it. Call the number on your screen or go to SoClean2.com to take advantage of this risk-free trial and get $100 off. Call now.
If you or a loved one has mesothelioma or any other asbestos-related cancer, call now. Asbestos manufacturers sold deadly asbestos materials to thousands of companies, putting workers at risk. An estimated $30 billion in court-ordered trusts have been set aside to pay out claims to asbestos victims. You may be entitled to a portion of these funds and receive compensation without filing a lawsuit or ever going to court.
For your free legal consultation, call 800-785-1242 now. That's 800-785-1242. I am a paid non-attorney spokesperson.
Advanced Custom Windows, the smart choice for clear savings. Savings you'll see in our prices and even greater savings you'll see in your energy bill. Call us today for your free in-home consultation or visit us today at ConchoValleyHomepage.com and click on the Experts tab.
All right, so the Central Bobcats had the week off, but this was still a big week for District 2-6A. Midland, Lee, and Permian trying to stay in the district title hunt. The Angry Orange right there in the, running for first place right now. Friendship and Abilene, though, still looking for that final playoff spot, and tonight they faced off.
Out at Shotwell Stadium. Ooh, check out those gold uniforms. I like it. Abilene High's Bonzo Dotson on the draw play. He's going to go 32 yards. No one's catching him for the touchdown. And still first down, Dotson. Gosh, those uniforms. He has room again. Another 32-yard touchdown. Eagles take a 14-0 lead. And Abilene, I'm telling you, it's because those gold jerseys. They go on to win this one tonight. 42-7 was the final in that one.
So let's look at the other scores from the district. Permian blows out Midland in Odessa tonight, 42-14. And Midland Lee, they keep on rolling, holding Odessa High scoreless. They win 46-0.
Pretty much what we expected coming into the final 2 weeks. Central still holding on sole possession. Permian and Lee not too far behind. Bobcats and Panthers have sealed their playoff fate. District title is still up for grabs, though.
Which leads me to the big matchup next week. Two rivals, district title aspirations on the line, and that seems like it's the case every time these two teams play. Here's a scenario. Central clinches at least a share of the district title, even if they were to go to Midland the following week and lose to Lee. They're co-champs. Obviously, if they win out, they're the outright district champs. So if Permian wins, then Central would need to beat Lee, and then if Permian would lose, you could still have a scenario where Central is claiming an outright district title, or a bunch of other fun stuff happens where Permian and Central are potentially co-champs. So a lot riding on the line. That's a huge game, and I know we're in the playoffs, but you kind of feel like all of the attention kind of gets sucked in on that matchup because of the...
Oh, absolutely. And the fact that Central had this week off is huge for them, and I know they're excited for Permian next week.
Well, we'll be back next week for some more high school football. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a great weekend.
Inside the Game is sponsored by Mitchell Automotive Group.